The Power of Broke: How Empty Pockets, a Tight Budget, and a Hunger for Success Can Become Your Greatest Competitive Advantage by Daymond John. Summary and Analysis by Brevreds. Embracing the Power of Broke. So, you're standing at the edge of a big dream, but there's a catch: you don't have a ton of money to back it up. Don't sweat it. This is where the power of being broke comes in. The idea is simple: when you don't have cash to throw around, you get creative. You think outside the box. You hustle harder. Example: imagine a young artist named Mia. She has a passion for painting but no funds to buy expensive art supplies. Instead of giving up, she repurposes materials she finds at home. Old cardboard becomes her canvas, and leftover paints from her school art class become her colors. She starts posting her artwork on social media, and soon enough, people start noticing her unique style. Mia's story highlights that when resources are tight, creativity can flourish. The Shark Tank effect. Have you ever watched Shark Tank? It's a show where entrepreneurs pitch their ideas to a panel of wealthy investors. Many of the most successful pitches come from people who started with very little. They use their limited resources to fuel their passion and drive. Step to implement. Think about what you have right now. Maybe it's a skill or a simple hobby. How can you turn that into a business? If you love baking, start with what you have in your kitchen. Bake cookies for your friends and family, and ask them to spread the word. Use social media to show off your treats. Quote, "The more you have, the less you have to think." This means that when you have fewer resources, you have to come up with smarter solutions. Real-life examples of success. The book shares stories of individuals who turned their broke situations into golden opportunities. For instance, there's the story of Dyrdek. He started as a skateboarder with a dream. Instead of focusing on the money he didn't have, he focused on his passion. He created his own shows like Rob and Big and Ridiculousness without a big budget. His relentless drive and creativity led him to build a successful career in entertainment. How to implement? Take a page from Rob's book. Look for ways to merge your interests with your skills. If you love playing a sport, why not start a YouTube channel showcasing tips and tricks? Use your phone to film and start sharing your knowledge with others. The importance of resourcefulness. Resourcefulness is all about making the most of what you have. It's like being on a treasure hunt but with limited clues. If you're feeling stuck, try this. Write down everything you have at your disposal. This could be skills, tools, or even connections. Then brainstorm ways to use these resources creatively. Story: let's talk about Jay Abraham, a marketing consultant. He grew up in a modest environment and learned to look for value in overlooked opportunities. He spotted a gap in the market for 8-track tapes and turned that into a successful venture. When he was fired from his first job, instead of sulking, he saw it as a chance to reinvent himself. The strategy of shark points. To think like a shark, you need to set clear goals and strategize effectively. This concept is broken down into easy-to-follow steps. Here's how to start. Set goals. What do you want to achieve? Be specific. Instead of saying, "I want to be successful," say, "I want to sell 100 cookies by the end of the month." Research. Find out what others in your field are doing, what works for them. Learn from their successes and mistakes. Be strategic. Map out your plan. If you're selling cookies, decide where you'll sell them. Will you set up a stand at a local event? Or perhaps you can partner with a coffee shop. Network, talk to people, share your ideas and get feedback. You never know who might be able to help you. Learning from setbacks. Every successful entrepreneur has faced setbacks. The important part is how you respond to them. Instead of seeing these moments as failures, view them as learning experiences. Example: Lauren Ridinger had a vision for a revolutionary shopping platform, but faced skepticism when she started. She didn't have a big budget, but she did have determination. When her first product launch failed, she didn't give up. Instead, she learned from that experience and adapted her approach, which eventually led to the success of her company, Market America. Building your personal brand. Your personal brand is how people see you and what you represent. Start building this by being authentic. Share your journey, your struggles, and your triumphs. People connect with real stories. Step to implement. Create a social media account dedicated to your passion. Whether it's art, sports, or cooking, share your progress. Post photos, videos, and updates to engage with your audience. People love to cheer you on as you pursue your dreams. Quote, authenticity is the key to connect with your audience. When you show who you truly are, people will resonate with your story. The power of community. Surround yourself with a supportive community. It can be friends, family, or like-minded individuals who share your interests. They can provide encouragement, feedback, and even opportunities. Story. Take the example of Christopher Gray, who created an app called Scholly to help students find scholarships. He faced challenges but leaned on his community for support. By collaborating and sharing resources, he was able to grow his app into something impactful. Finding your niche. In this section, the focus is on how to find your unique place in the market or in any field you're passionate about. Instead of trying to be everything to everyone, honing in on what makes you different is crucial. Example, think of Sarah, who loves baking. Instead of just making any type of dessert, she decides to focus on gluten-free options. At first, her friends are skeptical. Gluten-free? Is it even good? But Sarah doesn't give up. She experiments with recipes until she creates the most delicious gluten-free brownies anyone has ever tasted. When she starts selling them at local farmers markets, people flock to her booth. Step to implement, identify what you love and what makes you unique. Write down your interests and skills, then think about how you can combine them in a way that stands out. If you're passionate about sports but also love art, consider creating custom sports gear or artwork for local teams. Building relationships. Relationships are the backbone of any successful venture. Networking isn't just about handing out business cards, it's about building genuine connections with people who can support your journey. Story. Take the example of Tim Ferriss, who wanted to promote his book. He didn't have a big marketing budget, but he had a knack for connecting with people. He reached out to bloggers and influencers in his niche. Instead of just asking for favors, he offered value first, sharing insights and tips that could help them too. This approach not only got him exposure but also built lasting relationships. How to implement. Start by reaching out to people in your field. Use social media to connect with others who share your interests. Offer to help them with their projects or ask for advice. Remember, building relationships is a two-way street. Leveraging social media. In today's world, social media is a powerful tool, especially for those starting with limited resources. It allows you to reach a wide audience without spending a fortune on marketing. Example, consider Alex, a high school student who loves fashion. Instead of waiting for a big brand to notice him, he starts an Instagram account showcasing his unique outfits. He posts regularly, shares styling tips, and even engages with his followers by asking for their opinions. Before long, brands start noticing him, and he's invited to collaborate with them. Step to implement. Create an account on a platform where your audience hangs out. Post content regularly, engage with your followers, and don't be afraid to show your personality. Use hashtags to reach new people and participate in trends related to your passion. Quote, social media is not just a tool, it's a platform for creativity and connection. Use it wisely, and you can turn your passion into a community. Embracing failure as a teacher. Failure is often seen as a bad thing, but in the entrepreneurial world, it can be one of your greatest teachers. Every setback provides a lesson that can guide you to success. Story, look at the journey of Kevin Plank, the founder of Under Armour. He faced numerous challenges when starting out. At one point, his first product launch flopped. Instead of giving up, he analyzed what went wrong, learned from the mistakes, and improved his product. This persistence paid off, and today Under Armour is a major player in the sports apparel industry. How to implement. When you face a setback, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself what went wrong and what you can learn from it. Write down your thoughts and create a plan to improve for next time. Remember, every failure is a stepping stone on your path to success. The importance of mentorship. Having a mentor can make a huge difference in your journey. A mentor is someone who has experience and can guide you through the ups and downs of your venture. Example, think about a student named Jake who is passionate about coding. He finds an older student who has already launched a successful app. Instead of going at it alone, Jake asks for advice. His mentor shares valuable insights, helps him avoid common pitfalls, and even connects him with other programmers. With this guidance, Jake launches his own app faster than he could have on his own. Step to implement. Identify someone you admire in your field. Reach out and ask if they would be willing to mentor you. Be clear about what you hope to learn and how you can make it worth their time. Remember to be respectful of their schedule. Financial literacy and smart investments. Understanding finance is crucial, especially when starting from scratch. You don't need a business degree, but knowing how to manage your money can help you make better decisions. Step to implement. Start by learning the basics of budgeting. Track your income and expenses for a month to understand where your money goes. Look for areas to save. If you plan to invest in a project, do your research first. Quote, invest in what you know. This means that before you put your hard-earned money into something, make sure you fully understand it. Creating a strong brand. Your brand is how you present yourself to the world. It's not just a logo, it's your story, your passion, and what you stand for. A strong brand can help you connect with your audience on a deeper level. Example, let's say you're passionate about sustainability. You could start a business that sells eco-friendly products, but instead of just focusing on selling, share your journey. Talk about why sustainability matters and how your products can make a difference. This authenticity will resonate with customers who share your values. Step to implement. Think about what you want your brand to represent. Write down your values and mission. Then, create content that reflects this. Whether it's through social media posts, a website, or local events, make sure your brand tells a consistent story. The role of innovation. Innovation often comes from being resourceful. When you don't have a lot to work with, you become more creative in finding solutions. Story, take the example of a couple who started a pet-sitting business. They didn't have a lot of money for advertising, so they created a unique marketing strategy. They set up a booth at a local pet fair, offering free pet care tips and small giveaways. This attracted pet owners and built trust within the community. Step to implement. Look for creative ways to promote your idea without spending a lot of money. Consider organizing a local event, collaborating with others, or using social media effectively. Your innovation could set you apart from competitors. Utilizing resources wisely. When resources are limited, it's essential to use them wisely. This includes time, money, and effort. How to implement. Make a list of your available resources and prioritize them. If you have a talent for graphic design, consider using that skill to create promotional materials instead of hiring someone. Look for free tools and platforms that can help you get started without breaking the bank. Staying persistent. Persistence is a critical ingredient for success. The road may be bumpy, but those who keep pushing forward often find their way. Example, consider a young entrepreneur named Maria who started a small cleaning business. She faced many rejections in the beginning, but she kept refining her pitch and reaching out to potential clients. After several months of hard work, she landed a contract with a local company, and her business took off. Step to implement. Set small, achievable goals and celebrate your wins. Each step forward is progress, even if it feels small. When faced with challenges, remind yourself of your why you started in the first place, and let that fuel your persistence. The power of broke, summary, and key lessons. Understanding the concept of being broke. At its core, the concept of being broke isn't just about a lack of money. It's about using that lack as a powerful motivator for creativity, resourcefulness, and innovation. When you start with limited resources, you often have to think outside the box. This mindset can spark ideas that might never have emerged if you had the luxury of financial comfort. Case study, the baker's journey. Imagine a young baker named Emily. She dreams of opening her own bakery but has just $100 to her name. Instead of waiting to save up thousands, Emily starts baking from her small kitchen and selling to friends and family. She uses social media to showcase her creations, gaining a following in her community. This initial hustle helps her build a brand and eventually secure funding for a small storefront. Emily's story illustrates how starting small can lead to big dreams, emphasizing the importance of taking the first step. The importance of mindset. A positive mindset is crucial when navigating challenges. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, you can view them as opportunities. This shift in perspective can change how you approach problems. Quote, your mindset is your greatest asset. This means that believing in yourself and your ability to overcome challenges is half the battle. Step to implement. Practice gratitude and positive thinking. Keep a journal where you write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. This practice can help you maintain a positive outlook, even when times are tough. Networking and building relationships. Networking is a vital component of success. Building genuine relationships can open doors and create opportunities you never imagined. It's not just about who you know, but how you connect with them. Story: the unexpected mentor. Take the example of Jake, a budding photographer. At a local art event, he meets a seasoned photographer who offers to critique his work. Instead of just asking for advice, Jake shows genuine interest in the mentor's journey, asking questions and sharing his own experiences. This connection leads to a mentorship that helps Jake refine his craft and gain valuable industry insights. How to implement: attend local events related to your interests. Approach people with curiosity and a genuine desire to learn. Don't be afraid to ask for advice or share your own experiences. You never know where those conversations might lead. Utilizing social media. In today's digital age, social media is a game changer. It allows you to showcase your talents and connect with a broader audience without a huge budget. Case study: the fashionista's rise. Consider a teen named Clara who loves fashion but can't afford the latest trends. Instead of feeling discouraged, she starts a fashion blog on Instagram, posting outfits she styles from thrifted finds. Her creative approach garners attention, and soon she is collaborating with brands that appreciate her unique perspective. Clara's journey highlights how social media can be a powerful tool for self-promotion and brand building. Steps to implement: pick a social media platform that aligns with your interests. Start posting regularly, engaging with your followers, and sharing your journey. Use hashtags to extend your reach and connect with others in your niche. Learning from failure. Failure is often seen as a negative experience, but it can be one of the best teachers. Each setback provides valuable lessons that can guide you towards success. Example: the app developer's journey. Think of a young app developer named Sam who launches his first game. It flops spectacularly, receiving poor reviews. Instead of giving up, Sam takes the feedback seriously, analyzes what went wrong, and makes adjustments. He learns about user experience and marketing strategies, which ultimately leads to the success of his next app. How to implement: when faced with failure, take time to reflect. Ask yourself what you can learn from the experience. Create a list of constructive feedback and make a plan to improve for next time. The role of mentorship. Having a mentor can dramatically change your path. A mentor provides guidance, shares experiences, and helps you navigate challenges more effectively. Story: the young entrepreneur's guide. Consider Mia, a high school student passionate about coding, but unsure how to turn it into a career. She reaches out to a local tech entrepreneur, asking for advice. Through their conversations, she gains insights into the tech industry and learns about internships that align with her interests. The mentor's guidance helps Mia land a summer internship, setting her on a path toward a successful career. Step to implement: identify someone in your field who inspires you. Reach out and ask if they would be willing to mentor you. Be clear about your goals and what you hope to learn from them. Building your brand. Your personal brand is how you present yourself to the world. It encompasses your values, passions, and the story you tell. A strong brand can help you connect with your audience on a deeper level. Example: the eco-friendly entrepreneur. Imagine a young entrepreneur named Lucas who is passionate about environmental issues. He starts a business selling reusable straws. But instead of just selling products, Lucas shares his story about why sustainability matters. He creates content that educates his audience and builds a community around those shared values. His brand becomes synonymous with environmental responsibility. Steps to implement: define what you want your brand to represent. Write down your mission and values. Create content that reflects these ideals, ensuring that every interaction aligns with your brand story. The power of innovation. Innovation often arises from necessity. When resources are limited, you become more creative in solving problems and finding solutions. Case study: the pet sitting business. Consider a young couple who starts a pet sitting business. They lack funds for advertising, so they set up a booth at a local pet fair, offering free pet care advice and small giveaways. This innovative approach attracts pet owners and builds trust within the community. Their business grows rapidly thanks to their creative marketing strategy. How to implement: look for creative ways to promote your ideas or business without spending a lot. Host local events, collaborate with others, or leverage social media to get the word out. Financial literacy matters. Understanding basic financial principles is crucial, especially when starting from scratch. Knowing how to manage your money can help you make informed decisions and avoid pitfalls. Step to implement: start budgeting your income and expenses. Track where your money goes each month and identify areas where you can save. Research basic investment strategies if you're considering putting your money to work. Staying persistent. Persistence is a vital trait for anyone on the path to success. The road may be filled with challenges, but those who keep pushing forward often find the most significant rewards. Example: the persistent baker. Think of a young baker, Sarah, who dreams of opening her own bakery. She faces numerous rejections when seeking loans and facing tough competition. Instead of giving up, she continues to refine her recipes and builds a loyal customer base through word of mouth. Over time, her hard work pays off, and she secures the funding needed to open her bakery. Steps to implement: set small, achievable goals and celebrate your progress. When faced with setbacks, remind yourself of your purpose and keep pushing forward. Conclusion of The Power of Broke. The journey through The Power of Broke reveals that starting from a place of limitation can fuel creativity, innovation, and success. By embracing a positive mindset, building relationships, leveraging social media, learning from failures, seeking mentorship, establishing a strong brand, and staying persistent, you can turn your dreams into reality. The key lesson is that your circumstances do not define your potential; your mindset, creativity, and determination do. With the right approach, you can harness the power of being broke and transform it into an opportunity for growth and success. Thank you for completing another BrevRead video. Like and subscribe to see more our videos. If you have a particular book that you would like us to summarize, please share it in the comments section.